Hey guys, what is going on? I'm the Nuferdog, and welcome back to some more Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. I did not mean to do a spin attack there. I was just kind of fidgeting the nunchuck. So, we're here in the Arbiter's grounds, where last time we fought a really cool mini-boss and got the spinner. The #1 wasted potential item in the game. No, seriously. I mean, I really like the spinner's concept for the most part, and oh, well, we filled up our wallet. There's a lot of chests, optional chests around here that we can get using the spinner, but I think most of them are just going to be rupees we can't fit. Bombs. That's always nice. If ours weren't already full, they may have been. Yeah, I think the spinner is a really cool idea. So here there are little spiked bladey things we want to avoid, and this check makes us go really fast and launches us in there. We can attack Stalfos with the spinner, which is really not an effective weapon at all. What is this? I think this might be... Yeah, it's a piece of heart. Very nice. And I meant to use the Mortal Draw just now, There we go. But, of course, that still doesn't defeat him because he's a Stalfos, so we have to bomb him. Aha, hearts. So, just gotta get the right timing to get past that. And then jump, jump. This also makes us go really fast to rocket us in there. Have to hit this in the right direction to be able to go up. I think this room is pretty cool. It's like a sort of roller coaster type thing going on. But this is pretty much it, I have to say, in terms of the spinner being really cool and useful. It's basically this room. You can't stay on there, you always fall off if you land on that ledge. It's pretty much just this room, and then there's a cool use in like one other room and the boss battle. That's basically it. The spinner sees very little use in this game. I'm trying to, not quite. I was hoping I could, knock this guy down before the bomb exploded and get both of them with one bomb. That would've been cool. Speeding back up, somehow the spinner sort of just jumps up to, get on the track. So, maybe I'm wondering if you guys notice if I'm not, like, being as loud or energetic as usual, because, my brother, came back. He's in college, and he's on a break, and he came back and is visiting, and he tends to sleep a lot later than me. It's about 10 in the morning while I'm recording this, and I'm hoping, and he's 2 floors above me, but I'm hoping I'm not gonna, like, wake him up. Anyway, there's the big key. And now we're back in this room. Just gonna look around. Seems those... Huh. What was... Huh. There was some chest I missed there that wasn't that one with the red ruby in it, but whatever, it was still probably more rupees. Or, I mean, it wasn't like a heart piece or anything really important. So we want to insert the spinner in this little switch, and then just press B as rapidly as we can to turn these gears. And that is going to rotate the wall somehow. I don't really get how the spinner is supposed to work, but it's a cool item, so I don't care. But I really do wish it saw more use throughout the game. So this is a pretty neat room, even though it's really... I mean, this is the room leading right up to the boss fight. This is right in front of the boss chamber. It's not particularly hard to figure out what's going on, but it's still cool. So we can go all the way up here, and I think one of these skulls has a fairy in it. Yep, fairy, but we don't really need it. So, we want to go back down, and now what we want to do is actually get off right here. And we can jump down onto here. Barely. Now on this platform there's another spinner switch thing. Spin, 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 spin. Tomorrow is my birthday, both as of this recording and, as of this upload, since I ran out of episodes from uploading episode 29 this morning, so this, episode 30, you will be seeing this afternoon, and So yeah, we just want to ride this all the way up to this entrance here. With the big key door. Very ominous. I don't think we need any items other than the claw shot for the boss. So we are going to break this LP's previous records or previous traditions by putting the boss fight toward the middle/end of an episode. Instead of fighting it at the beginning and then going off and doing other crap, we're finishing the dungeon and fighting the boss in one episode. I have to say, I really like this fight. This arena, just by itself, is cool. Oh, well, that's not ominous at all. I have no idea what kind of creature this skeleton is supposed to be from, but it looks awesome, so... Do I care? No. And sand. Creepy noise. You still live. How astonishing. No wonder some call you hero. But this is truly a bittersweet reunion. Truly. For I fear this is the last time I will see you alive. Okay then, Sand. And he's summoning in some kind of crazy magic sword. And sticks it into the skull. Okay. You know, you could just fight us yourself. I mean, Midna specifically said we would be nothing to you in our present states. Why is the ground shaking? Why is the eye glowing? More importantly, why is the skeleton moving? Yeah. I think it's kind of cool that this isn't just a skeleton that happened, or other undead enemy that is just moving for no apparent reason, that it's actually just sitting there doing nothing, and then we see Zant bring it to life. Twilight Fossil, Stalors. Let's go. So starting off, you're not going to want to be walking around in the sand. Instead, you want to ride on this outer track with the spinner. Later in the fight, there will be... And now there are these little undead soldier guys that come up, but all you want to do is just run into his spine with the spinner. And you have to try to avoid the skeletal soldier guys. But now that we've damaged him some, there's going to be those little blades that go around on the outer track. So you see, we kind of bounce off these guys on the spinner. I think they can be defeated. You can like hit them with our sword. But there's no real point to it. They just sort of spawn in and out automatically. Avoid the blade. So I don't think this stage of the fight is too hard. I mean, I don't think he's really dangerous. Now that we've damaged him twice, there'll be an inner row of... Whoa! Crap. An inner row of skeletons, as well as the ones that come up outside. So this makes it kind of hard to damage him for the third time. But as you might expect, yeah, if we do this B thing, well, with the spinner, we can, yeah, my spinner ran out of momentum, so I have to crawl up out of here. I'm gonna wait for the other blade to go by, and there we go. Because there's quite a few of the blades, and they come at you fast once we're in this late stage of the fight. There we go! Now that we've hit his spine 3 times... He's gonna fall over. And yeah. And his eye stops glowing. Does that mean we've defeated him? Wait. He's thinking, I haven't gotten my piece of heart yet? Hello? Piece of heart? Or heart container, rather? Haven't gotten my heart container yet? That is the... Wait, where'd the rest of his bones go? Did the sand just sort of like dissolve them or something? That's a scary thought. Come on, man. Come on, pay up. Give me my heart container. Heart container. That is the one reliable sign that you've beaten a boss, is when it gives you a heart container. So give me my heart container. Man. Okay, well, all we gotta do is spin this thing in the center, which is going to, eventually, raise this platform up. I'm wondering if maybe I can get some birthday subscribers on YouTube tomorrow. So I'm gonna tweet at the community Twitter channels And, yep, as you might have guessed, this skull is still alive. I kind of hinted at it heavily with him not giving us a heart piece. And he's pushing us off the edge. Alright, so this isn't the first two-stage boss we've seen. Warfield did something kind of similar. But basically, we want to be spinnering along the center one. Later on, as you might expect, there will be some spiky things going along this track, which means we'll sometimes have to jump over to the outside and then jump back. But, well, we're going to have to do a little bit of that anyway, because we want to jump to avoid his fireballs. Now, these tracks on the outside just go straight, so we don't go up. I mean, they're just perfectly horizontal, so we don't go up. Now we want to spin right at him when he gets close like that. This is our opportunity to unload sword attacks into the magical sword thing that Zant put in his head. Man, Zant seems to like putting evil magical artifacts in people's heads, doesn't he? I mean, with the shadow crystal turning us into a wolf, and now bringing the skeleton to life with the sword in its head. So I know a blade is going to come around on the track that I'm on pretty soon. There we go. They're just moving in the opposite directions that you are, so... Oh, god, there's going to be another blade here. Okay. And... blade. God. Am I ever going to be able to get up? Well, here's Star-Lord, so he's going to force me to do some jumping around anyway. Just dodge the fireballs. Not too hard, but you do lose, altitude a bit. But, wow, that's never happened to me before. You can actually do that, but then you don't get an opportunity to actually hit Star-Lord. Because he won't get close. Because you can't dodge the fireballs in the way you're supposed to. Anyway, here's a blade. Yeah, but you generally... there's another blade. This is the same thing that happened last time. What? God. Come on, can I actually get some height here? There we go, this should be enough. Oh, right. That's not what you want to do. I screwed that up. You don't want to jump back immediately when he shoots a fireball. No opportunity to damage him there either. You don't want to jump back immediately after you dodge a fireball. Wow, I don't know, is this the Let's Play curse or what? This is the worst I've done at this point in the fight. I mean, I didn't do this badly in my practice run or in my previous playthroughs as much as I can remember. There we go. We managed to get up onto a higher track and avoid the spike things. So we should be able to damage him this time if we don't screw up dodging the fireballs. Yeah, you don't want to jump back immediately, you want to dodge his fireball, second fireball from the other side. And his fourth. Oh, come on! This is not working out for me. And if I had not taken this long with this fight, I could have, had this episode include the end of the dungeon, the boss, and then the cutscene afterwards, and still not be too long, but now this is going to go pretty far over time, I have to say, because there's a decently long cutscene after this. Fireball. 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 Boing. Boing. Okay, there we go. See, usually, like most bosses in this and other Nintendo games, you typically have to, get him down on the ground and hit him with 3 combos, but you might be able to do it with 2, so... No, 3. Can't do it in 2, so, you know, get him down on the ground 3 times. So there's gonna be more blades now. There's some on the outside track, and also I think there might be like an extra one on this inner thing. Maybe not, because I haven't seen it. Now I'm approaching that blade. Those ones move slowly, so you can run into them if you're behind them. I'm worried that I'm about to run into a spinning blade. Well, no, I'm too high up, I think. Fireball. Boing. Ah, crap. Oh, God! I pressed B one extra time, and I didn't know you were gonna fire fireballs at me when I was down on the ground. And then you run away, so I don't get the chance to damage you. Wow, this is a first, really. Why do I suck so badly in this fight today? It must be the Let's Play curse. Can't play very well when you're recording. Come on. Come on, you bony bastard. I will not press B an extra time this time. There we go. It gets progressively closer to make it harder to dodge, and then, bam. This should do it. Ha! 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 There we do. There we go. This reminds me of this end to the fight, kind of reminds me of a certain boss from Metroid Prime 3, or 2, which you'll see in my next LP. Shameless plug. There's our heart container, now we know we've really done the job. And there's a bridge to the exit. Very convenient. Now, after doing this, there's actually... well, I'll wait a second. Alright, Ark, let's go. We're close to the Mirror of Twilight. You got a heart container! That would be 9 total hearts. Pretty good. If I find 2 more pieces of heart, I will have a full 10. The maximum is 20. There's a lot of pieces of heart in this game, but also a lot of dungeons, meaning a lot of heart containers. Yes, I will say it. Yeah, so there's a bit of a cutscene here, but the boss room we were just in, the only exit from there, now that the arena changed so much during the fight, the only exit out of there is the one we just came through leading up to where the Mirror of Twilight is. So, we can't go back into the dungeon through there, and the only way out of here is actually warping. Here's this interesting statue. And mirror chamber. And I know something else is supposed to happen here. There we go. Shadow Beasts. So there's going to be a warp point directly on top of here, because there's no other way to get here. This is also kind of annoying because I forgot to do something. There's something optional we can do in just the desert outside. Wow, there's 5 of them, so let's kill these. Oh, okay. Do that. With the Master Sword, we can kill these guys pretty easily. We just gotta get these last 2 together and spin attack them. Got him! Good. 5 of them, and I did it on my first try without taking any damage. I feel accomplished. Not really, but... yeah, there's something optional we can do just outside in the desert that, opens up a warp point, but we don't have it. So... we didn't do that, so we're gonna have to, there's a pretty significant optional thing there that I'm definitely gonna show off later in the game. So we'll need to be able to get back to the desert, so we're gonna have to pay to, oh right, I didn't need to jump off my spinner because it puts you straight onto this switch. We're gonna have to pay to, get launched back into the desert via cannon. And those pillars are raising up. These spinner switches do a lot of crazy, complicated things, huh? And my phone beeped because I got a text. Oh yeah, this episode's gonna be way over time, but... oh well. It didn't care. I don't know exactly how long this cutscene will take, but probably be a few minutes. So, it just sort of lifted like a rock into the air, and more importantly, this. Yeah. Sort of dramatic music. The Mirror of Twilight is broken. Midna's not happy about this. Okay. What? Okay, these guys creep me the hell out. I do not like them. A dark entity lurks in the twilight. It houses an evil power. And you who are guided by fate, you who possess the crest of the goddesses, hear us. At the command of the goddesses, we sages have guarded the Mirror of Twilight since ancient times. You seek it, but the Mirror of Twilight has been fragmented by mighty magic. That magic is a dark power that only he possesses. Look at these guys. His name is Ganondorf. What is with these guys? They just look so bizarre. What was the point of this design? He was the leader of a band of thieves who... I took too long to get to read that. He was known as a demon thief, an evil magic wielder renowned for his ruthlessness. Should the hyphen have been in the other? Whatever. Grammars. But he was blind. Really? You'd think that would make him a bit easier to defeat. He must have been pretty skilled. Oh, you meant it metaphorically. In all of his fury and might, he was blind to any danger, and thus was he exposed, subdued, and brought to justice. I think I remembered that properly, after taking too long to read it, as I keep interrupting with my random thoughts. Apparently these sages are pretty vicious. Bloodthirsty. Oh, well, I guess we won't be hearing from him again. Haha, it's a Zelda game, of course we will. Yes. House? Well, I guess you can survive for a little bit after being stabbed in the gut, but that's kind of scary. By some divine prank, he too had been blessed with the chosen power of the gods. And he killed a sage. And he looks very mischievous. The best place to sheath the sword, really, is in your stomach. What the... I'm scared now. The sages, they creep me out. Their floating mask faces and their floating hands and their glowy weirdness. And the fact that they're sort of inspired, that the idea sort of comes from the Seven Sages in Ocarina of Time, except that these guys have absolutely nothing in common with those sages. And warp. Yes, Ganondorf was banished to the Twilight Realm, like all the most dangerous criminals apparently were. Okay, that is really creepy. The sage died and his face was left behind, except it's one of those weird creepy mask faces, and then that little thingy is broken. His abiding hatred and lust for power turns to purest malice. Perhaps that evil power has been passed on to Zant. You're just now figuring out where Zant got his power? It's far too late. Only the true leader of the Twilight can utterly destroy the Mirror of Twilight, so Zant could merely break it into pieces. Once broken by magic, the Mirror of Twilight became fragments which even now lie hidden across the land of Hyrule. One is in the snowy mountain heights, one is in an ancient grove, and one is in the heavens. You who have been sent by the goddesses, you should be able to gather the three pieces. There's really four, but one of them's here, so it doesn't count. But you must be prepared, for a dangerous power resides in those fragments. And off we go! Into the wilds, yellowish yonder. Yeah, so now, instead of fused shadows, we are officially collecting mirror shards. There's 4 shards, but we already have 1 from this dungeon. So anyway, we want to warp, and yeah, there's a thing you can do that opens up a warp point down here in the desert, but we're just gonna have to come back later and, cannon in from Lake Hylia and go there and open that up. Anyway, I guess I'm just gonna warp to Castletown for now, but, I'm going to end this episode off, because it took a long time. So I'm the Nuffer Dog, and I will see you guys next time with more The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess.